The Dajjal is like the finality of history. Like that is the last chapter. When that happens, it's over. It's game over.
Yeah.
But the ones which, like the minor signs of the judgment, the prophecies, all those things, bro, there's so many things.
Yeah, they've all come to be.
I say that, like you mentioned about the women, yeah? But there's a hadith that talks about women will join the men in workforce. There'll be an increase in going to workforce. But you talk about, do you know what? Do you know there's a hadith that says what? It says that some countries will be destroyed because they obey women.
US.
Bro, some countries will be destroyed because they obey women, bro. This is a hadith of the future. The obedience of women.
And so, there was so much stuff back then that probably sounded so insane that people were like, should we even write this down? But they still did it.
Exactly. But let's talk about C-sections, bro. You know, abortion and C-sections. But there's a hadith that says a woman will be so afraid to give birth that she's gonna slit her thing open and get rid of the baby.
Wow.
Yeah, abortion. Not only that. The one who says that
talking about. There's no way.
A day would come that the woman will be giving birth to a master.
Yeah.
How are you giving birth to your master, bro? Have you seen those kids who slap their parents? They've given, that's their master, bro. They obey their child. Their child slaps them. I want this, I want that. Bro, the Prophet ﷺ made certain prophecies where it could jeopardize his prophethood because it's so bizarre. Like, for example, the Qulibat al-Rum in Rum, the Romans have been defeated.
That's the craziest one.
Bro, how is he making a statement that he doesn't need to make, bro? Why does he talk about politics?
Could you give a comparison for that one? Because that's not even, that's in the Quran, right?
Quran,
yes.
So could you explain that one? Because that's just, I usually say it's like
American Empire.
So what this is in chapter 30 verses 1 to 4, yeah? It says that the Romans have been defeated in a nearby land, and that they'll become victorious in 3 to 9 years, and that day the Muslims will rejoice. That's what the verses say, yeah? So when Abu Bakr heard this story, he went,
your legs, push
it
it down.
said, you know what? Because at the time gambling was haram, because gambling became haram afterwards, yeah? Things would become haram in gradual order. It was incremental, it wasn't straight away.
Yeah.
Abu Bakr said, I'm gonna bet such and such amount of camels on this, and they were like, how can you bet all your camels on this? But he was very, very confident about that, yeah? Exactly 8 years later, the Romans indeed did triumph over the Persians. And by the way, this is not just recorded in Islamic history. This is recorded even in non-Islamic history. For example, the Chronicles of Chrysippus, which is a primary source Roman chronicler who mentioned exactly the timeline and stuff, and that the Romans had beaten the Persians after that time. So, like he said, bro, imagine if I say, like, okay, I don't know, like the Red Sox, or I don't know, are going to beat this, whoever they're going to beat, and the opposite happens, or the Lakers are going to beat whoever they're going to beat, and the opposite happens. When you say that I'm getting a revelation from God, and then you make a bold claim, and then it comes out to be false, then you're discredited.
Yeah, the whole thing's false.
It's completely discredited. So the fact that you have these time-specific predictions, it shows immense confidence in the Quran.